It was a Friday evening when the seams of my life began to tear apart. My wife of 8 years, Stephanie, and I had been invited to her best friend Alice's birthday party. Alice had been part of our lives since the beginning, and her parties were almost a tradition by now. Nothing about this night seemed unusual, at least not at first. Stephanie looked radiant in a cobalt blue gown that clung to her in all the right ways. Her hair framed her face perfectly, and when she asked, "Well, how do I look?" I couldn't hold back the truth. "Stunning, as always." She laughed lightly. "Careful, Alice might accuse you of stealing her spotlight. It's her night, remember?" By the time we arrived, Alice's house was already pulsing with music and laughter. Familiar faces mingled with strangers, drinks flowed, and the atmosphere was carefree. Alice greeted us warmly, pulling Stephanie into a hug. The evening unfolded easily, until I noticed him. A tall man stood across the room, whiskey in hand, his eyes fixed on Stephanie with a smirk that made my stomach twist. "Who's that?" I asked. She followed my gaze. "Oh, that's Ryan, Alice's friend. I met him last year at her housewarming." Ryan lifted his glass toward us. Stephanie smiled politely and turned back to me. "Don't be ridiculous, Ben. He's harmless." But the way he stared at her gnawed at me. Even when she brushed it off, the unease clung tighter. Later, when I found her in the kitchen with Ryan, their heads close, laughing quietly, my blood went cold. "Stephanie," I said sharply. She jumped, her smile faltering. "Hey, Ben." Ryan smirked, hands raised. "Relax, man, we're just talking." I ignored him. "Stephanie, let's talk." She followed me back to the living room, arms crossed. "We were just talking. Why are you making this a big deal?" "Because of the way he looks at you, the way you lean into him. It's not right." Her tone softened. "I'm sorry if it upsets you, Ben, but there's nothing going on. Can we just enjoy the night?" Against my instincts, I let it go. Hours later, when Stephanie disappeared again, I searched the house. The music grew faint as I moved down a quiet hallway. At the last door, I froze, her laugh on the other side, then a soft moan. My hand trembled as I turned the knob. Inside, my world ended. Stephanie was tangled up with Ryan on the bed, her dress discarded, his shirt hanging open. When she finally noticed me, her eyes widened with horror. "Ben..." I could barely hear my own voice over the blood roaring in my ears. "What the hell is this?" Ryan leaned back, smug. "It's not what it looks like, man. Calm down." I laughed bitterly. "Not what it looks like, that's all you've got?" Stephanie scrambled for the sheets, tears spilling. "Please let me explain." "There's nothing left to explain," I said, backing away. She chased me down the hall, begging, but I was already gone. Alice's face was stricken with confusion as I passed. "Ask your friend," I snapped. "She'll tell you everything." I stormed out, my chest burning, my vision blurred with fury. Her name lit up my phone over and over, each call twisting the knife deeper. By 2 a.m., I was at my friend Damon's house, collapsing on his couch as I told him the truth. By morning, I had made my decision. I'm divorcing her. The next day, when I returned to gather my things, Stephanie was waiting, eyes swollen, voice cracking. "Ben, please. We can fix this. It was a mistake." I looked at her coldly. "A mistake? You smiled at him while perfectly sober. You don't destroy someone you love by accident." Her tears fell harder. "I'll do anything. Just give me another chance." I shook my head. "It's too late, Stephanie." The divorce went through in months. She kept trying, calls, messages, pleas for reconciliation, but I never looked back. Damon stood by me as I rebuilt, step by step. The pain never vanished, but it hardened into something else. Resolve. Walking away wasn't just about leaving her betrayal behind. It was about reclaiming myself, my dignity, my worth, and the life I had almost lost.